Welcome to the Everything podcast. In this episode, I'm reviewing the Neighbours episode released on the 8th of July 2024. But before we get there, it's time for a channel update. So in the last episode, I mentioned that I'd be reviewing Argyle. As I've just said, that's not happening because the way the podcast is going to change slightly. So as I mentioned in last episode, I said I'd be reviewing Argyle in this episode, which obviously I'm not. Now I will be reviewing it at some point. Obviously, with it being a movie, it takes a little bit longer to write. That's one of the reasons. It's not the only reason. When I was doing that episode, recording that episode, the last episode that is, I had for a while I had a 250-page document of all the podcast episode ideas I wanted to do. And I was thinking about it, and I was like, most of this stuff, this list is just going to be getting longer. So I think I worked out it took me like 10 years to do it all. So I thought, right, now I don't really want to do that. So what can I do instead? So what I've done is I've got rid of all of the old stuff, and I'm only going to do new stuff. There is an exception to the rule, and that is your suggestions. So like I said, Argyle will be coming up when I do that. Hitman I think's on there, Fallout's on there, House of the Dragon's on there, The Boys Season 4's on there as well, so I will be getting to them. Just yes, obviously the new stuff I want to get out. So the 2 weekly episodes, so you'll expect these episodes every week. They will be Neighbours and Big Finish. Go and check out my Big Finish news episodes if you're not entirely sure what I mean. And Neighbours, yes, but there's a little bit of a difference because the last Neighbours episode I did was from January. I am starting from this episode, which as I mentioned is the 8th of July 2024. If there's any particular episodes you want me to cover, put them in or particular weeks, for example, put them in the comments below, and I'll see if I can try and fit them in somewhere. But yes, it's a new start. So that goes for Neighbours, obviously Big Finish as well, which I will explain in the first Big Finish review, which I'll be doing soon, or the first new Big Finish review, because obviously I did Class, but yeah, I will explain that then, as well as also with Doctor Who, DC and Marvel, which obviously are the other pillars of the podcast and stuff that I do regularly, but obviously that's got to do with when it comes out. It doesn't come out weekly, or it does in Doctor Who and the TV show's case, but not all year round, so that's why that is. So let me know if there's anything from the past you would like me to cover, and I'll see if I can put it in somewhere with your suggestions as well. Right, to this episode, where, as I mentioned, I'll be reviewing the Neighbours episode released on the 8th of July 2024, but we have the cast list, which will notice a couple of differences from the last Neighbours episode. So we have Sarah West as Cara Varga Murphy, Naomi Rukavina as Remy Varga Murphy, Marley Williams as Dex Varga Murphy, Riley Bryant as JJ Varga Murphy, Lloyd Will as Andrew Rodwell. Where am I up to? Oh yes, Candice Leask as Wendy Rodwell, lost my place there. Georgie Stone as Mackenzie Hargraves, Emerald Chan as Sadie Rodwell, Lucinda Armstrong-Hall as Holly Hoyland, Magella Davis as Krista Sinclair, Saviour Molyneux as Byron Stone, Shiv Palka as Hev Devkar, Stephen Dennis as Paul Robinson, Tim Carnu as Leo Tanaka, Lucinda Cowden as Melanie Pearson, Ian Smith as Harold Bishop, Hannah Monson as Nicolette Stone, Annie Jones as Jane Harris, Matt Wilson as Aaron Brennan, Henrietta Graham as Sam Young, Alan Fletcher as Carl Kennedy, Jackie Woodburn as Susan Kennedy, Aisha Salam-Towner as Now Rebecca Oberloglu as Therese Willis, and Ryan Maloney as Toad Radecki. Speaking about Ryan Maloney, now Ryan Maloney will be leaving Neighbours soon because he's announced that he's leaving, but he's not. He's directed similar to how Scott Major, who played Lucas, is doing, and Kate Kendall, who played Lauren, has done as well. The writer for this episode is Matthew Bond, with the director being Jessica Smith. Here it is the synopsis. Aaron deepens his friendship with Logan, whose obsession takes a disturbing turn. Havoc breaks out at Eurokobe, while the share house face their toughest battle yet. As I mentioned, this Neighbours episode was released on the 8th of July 2024, which is 2 days from when I'm recording this. So yes, but I'm not quite sure. It'd be about a week or so, I would imagine. For when you're seeing this. My previous episode is I love the scenes between Isla, Aaron and Logan. I like the scenes between Leo, Byron and Nicolette, and the final scene creeped me out. Here's my review for the Neighbours episode, released on the 8th of July 2024. We have the previously recap and the title sequence. Aaron and Logan have a topless race. Aaron reunites with Isla. Aaron introduces Isla to Logan. Isla reminds Aaron that he is smelly. Toadie and Andrew remind Logan and Aaron about the Foundation's need for donations. Aaron wants to give David's clothes to the Foundation. Sadie suggests a night out to help Byron forget about Vic. That's Byron and Nicolette's father, Vic, who ran away after his cancer went into remission. Haz reminds Sadie of the rent increase his Byron and Mackenzie's new landlord Vera has issued. Haz suggests that Sadie accompany him when talking to Vera about the no hot water situation. Nicolette and Kiri re-encounter each other for the first time since they broke up, which took place off-screen between the finale in July 2022 and when Nicolette came back with David and Aaron in November 2023, if we go by the Neighbours time is the same as real time. Kiri and Nicolette find out that they are both investing in Leo's vineyard. Aaron donates David's clothes to the Foundation. Andrew double checks with Aaron that this is the right choice for him. Sadie reminds Vera that sorting out the water supply is part of the landlord's duties. Vera blackmails Haz to give her a foot massage in exchange for fixing the water supply. Haz agrees to Vera's blackmail, ignoring Sadie's alternative suggestions. Aaron and Logan try multiple outfits. Isla is dissatisfied with Aaron's outfit choice. Logan pays for a bracelet Isla wants to give Jane. Isla and Aaron thank Logan. Kiri chooses to stay with Byron, Mackenzie and Haz tonight. Byron questions Leo's eagerness into going into business with him and Nicolette. Haz paints Vera's toenails. Vera tells Haz about her desire to get an ankle tattoo. Sadie expresses Haz's decision to do as Vera wants to avoid further rent increases to Mackenzie. Mackenzie blackmails Vera to get the house water sorted ASAP. Nicolette and Byron present their business pitch to Leo. Leo suggests the idea of accepting both offers, the one for Kiri and the one from Kiri and the other one from Byron and Nicolette. Leo questions Nicolette's ability to work as business partners with Kiri. Kiri mocks Haz giving Vera a foot massage. Mackenzie has given up her bed to Kiri for tonight, therefore she'll be sharing with Haz. Mackenzie convinces Kiri to not let her feelings towards Nicolette impact on her enjoying her time back at Arrowsborough. Tony compliments Andrew on his work at the Foundation. Andrew comments on Aaron's friendship with Logan. Aaron misinterprets Andrew's comment. Tony helps Aaron understand what Andrew meant. Aaron asks Tony for David's clothes back. Leo informs Therese of the two investment offers he's received, one from Nicolette and Byron and the other from Kiri. Therese and Leo discuss Kiri and Nicolette's breakup. Vera has sorted out the hot water situation. Mackenzie thanks Vera for this. Vera and Mackenzie agree to a new agreement which benefits both of them. Sadie, Haz and Byron comment on this new agreement. Kiri reminds Leo of Nicolette's past. Leo suggests an investment trial with him, Kiri, Byron and Nicolette. Kiri agrees to this. Tony informs Aaron that David's clothes have already been given away. Tony apologises to Aaron. Tony reassures Aaron that his feelings towards Logan are alright and completely valid. Aaron thanks Tony for this advice. Mackenzie and Haz offered to help Kiri, Leo, Nicolette and Byron at the vineyard tomorrow. Nicolette and Kiri discussed them potentially being business partners alongside Byron and Leo. Aaron tells the truth to Tony about his relationship with Logan. Logan was the person who took David's clothes and foundation. Logan smells David's clothes. Logan puts on one of David's clothes. Logan cries, and the episode finishes off with the next time trailers. That is my review for the Neighbours episode, released on the 8th of July 2024. So there's a few bits and pieces that I am gonna mention. So I think it was a week after the episode the last Neighbours episode that I reviewed. David died, and yes, there was that. What else has there been? Obviously, Vic came back to kind of reconcile with Byron and Nicolette following him being told he had incurable, I think it was level 4 cancer, which obviously that's now not the case. Anything else? Back to the titles. Harold's back full time. He's in the titles basically, so he was in on a regular basis. So obviously, yeah, David's out of the titles and Harold's in. Anything else? I think that's pretty much it. But yes, next time on the Everything Podcast, I'll be reviewing the second Neighbours episode. This was the Neighbours episode released on the 9th of July 2024. Here's the trailer.
Coming up on Neighbours.
Dad just flew in.
Vic.
My ex-husband is in town.
So why is he here? What does he want?
Can't skip all the big stuff and then roll in here and act like a father.
You must be Haz's sister.
Thanks for holding the fort, but I'll take it from here.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
You in a mirror. I don't get what's wrong. What did I do?
You're not my boyfriend anymore.
Fine by me. Come here, fella.
This is Logan. Logan, this is Aaron. Aaron was married to David.
Melanie has told me all about him. I can't even imagine what you've been through after you lost your partner.
You want to make sure you make a good first impression.
Aren't you going to get in trouble for ditching school?
Your son is the bad influence here.
Your copy's on fire. I had to think the residents of Irene Rising will be the very first to try it tomorrow.
There's been another poisoning.
Welcome to the official opening of Irene Rising.
Chin chin. What does that taste?
Help! Help!
So that was the trailer for Neighbours. Well, it's the newest trailer. It's from May, instead of the trailer that I had been using for all the way back from September 2023, or September, but it's 10 months ago now, so yes, I didn't think that was the right one to use, but this is the newest one, so if there's a new one that comes out, obviously I use that one instead. So in the comments below, let me know what you thought about the Neighbours episode released on the 8th of July 2024. If you watched it in my review, if you didn't, you can put your thoughts on both of those in the comments below, as well with anything else you want me to cover on the channel. It could be a review suggestion for a TV show or a movie, like some of the ones I mentioned earlier on in the episode, or a book or a comic, or some news about your favourite TV show or movie. I will be covering San Diego Comic-Con, which is only a couple of weeks away, even less when this episode comes out, and D23 in August, and yes, all the usual stuff. So yes, and that's it. Oh yes, I keep forgetting my intro. So yes, and also remember, you can also like, comment and subscribe, and that's it for this episode of the Everything Podcast. Goodbye.